Every night, I have the same dream. It always starts at the house. The floorboards are rotten, the walls weak. But it is only when the macaia leaves claw through the wood that I realize I am dreaming. This time, I am on the second floor, where I can peer over the edge of the antisalas wooden barriers. A lone piano stands on one side of the long corridor that stretches before me, leading to the sala mayor and beyond to the bedrooms. With every step, the wood squelches beneath my shoes, damp with rats and soil. I know I am dreaming, and yet the macaia leaves tremble as I near, curl into themselves as I walk by. Empty shelves line the corridor walls, and the books that once filled them are scattered across the floor with their pages ripped apart, yellowing paper eaten by moths. The porcelain vases hold dried stems. Moths with mottled wings that look like eyes flutter above the heads of dried dahlias. Their fragile petals crumble to ash, scattering in the quiet breeze which has slipped through the stained lace curtains. Beyond the open capiz windows, rice fields stretch as far as I can see beneath distant flickering stars. I swallow against the heavy, sour air, a lingering scent of stale wood polish, mothballs, and the sharp scent of dying flowers. I know I am no longer alone. There is someone at the end of the corridor. The girl is wearing a traje de mestiza, a white lace camisa with delicate bell-shaped sleeves and a flared embroidered skirt. Her long black hair falls in wavy tresses over her shoulders, pulled together with a delicate blue bow. Under the darkness, she is an ivory butterfly. And though the shadow hides her face, I know I won't forget the curl of that red smile. There is a mirror hanging on the wall behind her, framed with golden flowers. She steps out of view with a swish of her dress, a ghost in the periphery, and when I blink, she appears at the bottom of the staircase. Anastasia looks up at me with those golden eyes. She disappears through the double doors without glancing back. The metal gates leading to the garden are open, and even from a glance, I know the flowers are long dead. Even the fruit trees are not spared. They stand with empty branches, a pile of dried leaves at their roots. Not far away are their rotten fruits, piling in small festering mounds, plagued by the buzzing of flies picking at their overripe skins. There is a flicker of white in my periphery and I follow, stepping into the streets of Sangbulawan. It is not the Sangbulawan I know. The church that stands at the heart of the town has fallen. Its towers has been severed in half and the pillars that once held it together are but piles of debris in the dry ground. Large rotten roots wrap around the fallen stone like serpents and orchids bloom where the cracks have appeared. The barangay hall is missing its eastern side, as though a large claw had swiped it into rubble. The globe in the plaza is cracked in half and the statue of a rider atop a horse, some general long lost to time, is missing his head. Santan flowers used to grow here in rows. All that remains are wilted blackened petals, with moths fluttering on the dead leaves like wraiths. The marketplace lies abandoned, wooden tables upturned and split in half, fabrics turned with something thin and sharp. With every step I take, the earth crumbles beneath my feet. Acacia leaves tear through the cracks, followed by vines of orchids with spotted petals. They wrap around my ankles, rooting me in place, carving thin red lines across my legs like tallies. All I can do is watch. Anastasia stands at its center, at the crossroads between the fallen church and that derelict marketplace. Her back is always towards me when she whispers, "Isn't it beautiful?" with a tilt of her head, and I hear her voice as though she was right behind me. From her mouth emerge what appears to be a million white butterflies, a surge of wings that clog my throat, catching my words on my tongue, choking against the sour-sweet air. Then I wake, gasping as though I had spent hours underwater and only now found air. "Did you have a bad dream?" The swish of fabric and light streams into the room in hazy lines. Anastasia comes into view, face stained with sunlight. She leans closer and pokes me in the forehead with a delicate finger. Is it the same one?